Welcome back to Tokyo.
From convenience stores to specialty cafes, today we're taking you all over the city to find the best egg sandwich they have to offer. This spot has mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. Conveniently located just beneath the Yamanote line, we've decided we have to check it out for ourselves. There is quite a bit of a queue today and we have so many egg mayos to eat, so we're gonna get ours to go and head to a park nearby. This location is super cute. The ambiance is calm. It's a nice spot for a date or just a meetup or to come and study. It's located under the train track, so it has like a nice little rumble when the train goes by, which is super fun. This egg sando is unique because of the whole egg in the center of the sandwich, as well as the little pieces of bacon mixed into the egg salad.
So it is pretty crowded in here, but I like the cool urban vibe. There's an open concept kitchen and they're cooking every single thing to order, including the egg sandwiches. So that is so cool. We got ours to go and it came with a set for 1,200 yen. We got a coffee and egg mayo, salad, and fries, I think. So it's a pretty good deal.
It's also very common in Japan that if you're gonna sit in and dine somewhere, that you do both need to order an entree. So it's nice that this place has a to-go option so that we can split this sandwich because we have so many more sandwiches to eat today. They have these little seats outside and we just asked if it was okay to eat out here, and it is. So now we have a view of them making the egg mayo and we can eat it right outside without having to wait in the queue. Look how gorgeous that is. I feel like every egg mayo that we get, I'm like, whoa, this one is the best looking, but I think this one is the best looking. Look at the 2 whole eggs inside of there with that creamy yolk. There's also bacon bits mixed inside, and the bread looks extra crunchy. Look, we never got a toasted one.
I don't know how you're gonna eat this.
Me either. I think I'm gonna take like the biggest bite of my life. I feel like you get a bib or an apron at a lot of places, and this is one that I feel like they should have given me one. Already this smells so peppery. The toast smells delicious. Just by looks alone, this is gonna be a 5 out of 10 just to start. So it can only go up from there.
Egg, baby! Whoa, it is jam-packed, holy cow.
Whoa, that mustard flavor is so strong. Definitely the strongest mustard flavor that we've had in an egg mayo yet in Japan. Interesting, you taste a little bit of the smokiness from the bacon, but obviously what's overtaking your whole mouth is the delicious yolky flavor. The bread is a little bit too squishy, like it doesn't have any give back to it. The insides make up for it. Whoa, you went the whole thing. What a bite. Oh my God.
I did house an entire egg in one bite, but it was definitely worth it. The star of this sandwich is definitely that egg. It's such high quality. It's not quite as creamy as some of the other ones that we've had in Japan. It has like a ton of egg in it though, and that yolk, when it runs out, it almost gives it that creamy mayo texture.
I don't know what the hate reviews are about. People say it's not worth it to come out of your way, but this street is awesome. This cafe is great. They were so nice. It's such a cute little place to eat. And this egg mayo, it's like a solid 7 out of 10. Worth it to come out of the way.
I would say that was one of the most unique sandwiches that we've had in Japan. Come for the photo, stay for the taste.
We are starting our morning with one of the most viral sandwiches that you can find in Tokyo. It is a fried egg sandwich. Age-san opened in 2023 and you've probably seen it on TikTok. They're known for deep fried crispy bread with decadent toppings, and they have over 20 different flavors. It's a small shop with no seating and every sandwich is fried and packed to order, so you know that you're going to be getting the best quality.
Every single thing that I've ever read, it's always a line. We're here at about 2 p.m. on a Monday and there was only 2 people in front of us. We didn't have to wait hardly at all. I think 5 minutes from ordering to getting our sandwiches to eating them. So it's pretty quick if you come midweek.
We got 3 different kinds today. If you want to see the other 2 sandwiches we ordered, check out last week's video for a full review on the sweeter dessert Age-san sandwiches. This is the one that we've been dying to try. Wow, this one is even more stuffed full. Every one we get has more filling in it. You know what's great is that this is probably like our 10th day here this time, and I think that I've had 10 egg mayos, like one every single day. I love it so much. I don't know why we don't serve them in America. Already. The smell is so good. Wow, it's different. There's not as much mayo. It's more eggy. Ooh, it's got more of like a soft scramble egg texture to it than a mayo texture. Interesting. It's delicious. It's different. It's got the like sweet but salty egg mayo flavor. There's less mayo in it, so it has less of like a creaminess and more of like a spongy scrambled egg. This is great. You're gonna love this one.
It's a little bit more textural. The quality of eggs here in Japan is just so incredible that this is an amazing sandwich.
All of these are so great. I want to try a million different types, but I do think that the star might be the bread. The bread is such a good consistency. It's fried perfectly and it has that crunchy, chewy, soft texture, and there's a flavor to it that just like I've never had before. We've always said that if there's a line longer than 20 minutes, it's not worth your time because there's so many amazing places to eat in Japan, but this is a line that I would definitely wait for.
Also, eggs are like 10 bucks a dozen back home right now, so this is a freaking luxury, and it was only about $5 US. I do wonder just how many eggs are packed into this, because it's incredible. I will come back here 100%. This is one of my favorite egg mayos I've had in Japan. This next spot we're going to is famous for Tamago sandwiches. It's called Tsukiji Shouro. This shop is right around the corner from Tsukiji Market, so if you're going there, make sure to make a beeline to this spot for some award-winning custard and a Tamago sandwich. I'm not exactly sure if we've had a Tamago Sando before, but if you're not familiar, Tamago is basically a Japanese rolled omelet that they make in layers, and it's usually lightly sweetened. I've had it at sushi restaurants and things like that, but I've never actually had one on white bread like a sandwich, so I'm excited to see what this brings to the table.
Wait, I think they're sold out.
What?
I thought they were sold out because when we walked by yesterday, there was egg sandwiches in the window, but it turns out that we got the very last one.
This is such a beautiful shop and they have so many different options. We decided to get a sandwich that comes with 2 pieces and it's toasted right now, so it's 2 minutes for them to toast it up for us.
Perfect. They weren't sold out. We got the last one. She packaged them so nicely, and she told us that their pudding is award-winning, so Brandon got a pudding also. Now we just need to find a place to eat this. I'm so excited. She was so sweet. The shop is so cute. I am so pumped for this.
All right, so first thing is first, this thing looks how a Tamago sandwich should. It is picture perfect, like out of an anime studio movie or something like that. The bread is pretty thin, so it's like a 4-to-1 egg to bread ratio, which is just perfect. It looks like there's nothing on, oh, wait, maybe there is something on there. Hold on, let me investigate further. Oh, there is mayonnaise on it. Cool. I thought that it would just be dry. I'm interested to see the texture and the flavor of that egg, though. I'm glad that there's a little bit of Kewpie just on that one side. It looks amazing. I'm just gonna dig in if I can. Tamago is traditionally supposed to be sweet, but I'm actually surprised at just how sweet it is. It is almost to the sweetness level of a dessert. It honestly is similar to the level of sweetness that we had in Portugal on a Portuguese egg tart, but this is so delicious. It's a great snack on the go too.
So when I think of Tamago, I traditionally think of like a piece of sushi nigiri because that's the only place that I've ever had Tamago before, and it usually is pretty sweet, so I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm excited to give this a try. Also, this is gigantic. She had so many options of Tamago in her shop, and it's award-winning, so my expectations are pretty high. Immediately sweet. Wow. The bread is lacking a bit because it's just like a regular white bread, but the star is that Tamago. You can see the layers in there, which tell you it's a really well-made piece of Tamago. It's just a little bit too sweet for me, but that's how Tamago is supposed to be. So if you enjoy a sweet sandwich, this one is definitely gonna be for you. It's not my favorite on our egg sandwich journey, but it's definitely worth a try. And for 400 yen for one piece, I mean, why not?
Yeah, you gotta try one of these.
This is American Cafe. It's almost 2 o'clock closing time, but they have space for 2 people, so we're gonna go get a giant egg mayo. This spot is super cool with American pop music playing, artwork and photos covering every inch of wall space. Similar to most places, if you're eating for here, we both needed to order a sandwich and a drink. They have to-go sandwiches available in the morning, but they sell out quick. We ordered the egg sandwich and the potato sandwich and 2 iced coffees. The sandwich and drink together cost 1,600 yen, but wait until you see how big this thing is. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my god. She said we can take away, which thank God. This is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god, look at this thing. It's insane. They gave us a fork. I've never had a fork with my egg mayo before.
It looks like a beautiful work of art. Tell me if you've ever seen a bigger sandwich. It's got massive scoops of creamy egg salad on the fattest slices of fluffy bread. The bread is cut like 2 inches thick and it's still so soft. The eggs have some larger chunks of white mixed in it than some of the other egg sandos we've tried, but it's still really creamy. just a mountain of egg. That's crazy.
I've eaten a lot off the top, so I'm gonna attempt to bite it. I like the salad alone on the fork, but it's even better with the bread.
Quality is super high. The bread is a superstar. It is warm and fluffy, and it's covered in delicious mayonnaise. The eggs are delicious just on their own. This place is incredible. The potato salad sandwich is also incredible with a tangy sauce and giant chunks of potato. I highly suggest getting this as your second sandwich.
We're about 10 minutes from closing, and in Japan, closing time means that you are out the door paid. You don't get to stay past closing time. So she just brought us some to-go boxes. It came with a stapler, which is fun.
The stapler is just too much. The sandwich maxes out the payload of the to-go box that you have to staple it shut is just incredible.
We have one more sandwich to eat, but I am pretty sure that American is my favorite egg sandwich in Tokyo.
So we got to get to this next one quick because we're running out of daylight.
Our next stop is steam bread, which is a soft scrambled omelet sandwich in between two luxurious pieces of bread. I am excited for this one.
This is the first of the egg sandwich shops that actually has a B-roll video outside of the shop of the egg sandwich that you're about to eat.
This is a small, cute takeaway shop. It's definitely like a locals neighborhood vibe. You can eat it right out front. There is a few stools for you, and she does have a trash can, so you don't have to carry your trash around with you, which is very nice. This is located in Ibisu, which is like one stop away from Shinjuku and Shibuya, so it's definitely worth going out of your way to come here and try this juicy sandwich.
The bread is baked fresh daily, and they make the sandwiches. They're already ready to go, and she just warms them up for you to take away.
It's actually called a cheese omelet sandwich, and it's only 750 yen, which I think is pretty cheap. Like, I was expecting this one to be the most expensive because it looks crazy. Oh, there's our buzzer. Ours is ready. I'm excited. Oh, it's so warm. Whoa. This is insane. I have no idea how I'm going to eat this. You can see that the outside of the egg is cooked and the inside is so runny. Oh my gosh, the bread is the softest bread that we've had by far. I can feel it already. It's just gonna disintegrate in my mouth.
I don't think it's like a first date type of food item.
For sure. This is like a take home and eat it because this is gonna be so embarrassing.
Whoa, jiggly.
I'm so nervous.
It's actually not as messy as I thought it was going to be.
Oh my God, the soft scramble is so good. Oh, there's cheese inside of it. It's ooey gooey cheesy. There's some mayo on it. The outside of the egg is cooked perfectly. There's like a little crunch to it, and the bread is not toasted at all, but the bread is so good. There's a little bite back to it, so it has like a mochi chew flavor to the bread. I would definitely come here to get a bread, like just to take back to your Airbnb and use for morning toast, but this egg sandwich is fire. I thought that I had already chosen my favorite egg mayo in all of Tokyo, and I think that this might have just beat it.
Alyssa hyped this one up a ton, so I'm excited to give it a shot. It is so jiggly and gooey. Whoa.
Your face.
So I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to like this one as much as I do, but that ooey gooey cheesy monstrosity is just amazing. There's a little bit of green onion and some herbaceous flavor to it. Like Alyssa said, the bread is super soft and cooked so well. The cooked layers of the egg are delicious too, but the cheesy center is just the best bite. I will disagree with Alyssa. I don't know if this is my favorite one because it's so different than the other ones. This place probably has the highest quality eggs. I know that they're famous for their bread, but that egg is just perfect. And it is definitely worth the hype. Oishi!
You cannot do an egg mayo video in Japan without the original Konbini egg mayo. We have picked up one from each of the big Konbinis here, Lawson's, Family Mart, and 7-Eleven. We have had all of these, but we've never tried them side by side, and I am so excited to try it. If you haven't watched our Family Mart versus Lawson's video, make sure you check that out after this video because we compare a ton of items from both Family Mart and Lawson's and crown one of them the winner.
This is something we've wanted to do ever since we came to Japan the first time. We've been here for so long on 3 different trips. I can't believe that this is the first time that we're actually going to be able to try them all one after another. Also, this one we're not comparing or anything, but I saw this sandwich at Lawson that I've never seen before. It's called 4 kind of egg. I think the Family Mart one is stuffed the most. It's the orangest. This one, I think 7-Eleven is going to be my favorite. And then Lawson's looks like the smallest, but I remember that it beat out Family Mart in our video where we compared those. So I'm interested to see like right now, and plus it's a year later, I'm a new man. So I'm interested to see which one I like the most.
So the cool thing with almost all the food that you get at the Konbini is that there is a special way to open it and everything has instructions. So these on the back have a little tab that you pull down and it splits the sandwich in half and opens it up nicely so that you don't get a mess anywhere.
It's crazy how different they look side by side. I've never seen them like this.
Yeah.
Wild. Look at, this one has huge chunks of yolk. This one has absolutely no yolk. And this one's very bright orange. And it looks like the egg white pieces are a little larger. But all in all, this one looks like the biggest. All right, we are each gonna take a bite of every sandwich. And then at the end, we'll tell you which one is our favorite. All right, I'm going right in the middle. These things are so good. We've eaten so many amazing egg sandwiches, and still I come back to my bite of Konbini sandwich,
Yeah.
and it is so freaking good.
Yeah. Let's go Lawson's because it's smaller.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Whoa. Crazy how different they are.
This one's way sweeter. The bread's better on this one.
Ooh, yeah. All right, 7-Eleven. Do want to say that this is the one that I thought would win when we started this initially.
Wait.
Are you going back?
I need to make sure I get it right.
This one I feel like is yolkier. The 7-Eleven one has more mayo.
Yeah. Favorite
I
on
think
three?
I've made my decision. Yeah.
Favorite on three. 1, 2, 3.
7-Eleven. Oh, no way. We both
Yeah.
agreed. That's so crazy because we both agreed that Lawson's last time was better than Family Mart. We enjoyed Family Mart this time more, and 7-Eleven is still the grand champion. And when I do seek out egg mayo, like when I'm in Japan, 7-Eleven is the first place that comes to mind.
Yeah, it's the flavor that I want for sure.
Oh, so good.
So mayo-y. Look how creamy it is. You can't go wrong with any of them though. When you come to Japan, make sure you get a Konbini egg mayo no matter where you get it from because they're all worth a try.
This is so fun, dude. We should do this with every food ever. Time for a bonus of 4 additional egg-style sandwiches that until today I did not know existed as a combo pack.
Wait, how much was this?
338 yen, so just under $3 US. This is like the granddaddy of all egg sandos. It's crazy how pillowy that bread is, for sure. It's enormous is the size of it. I think I just want to one bite this thing.
No.
Like, yeah, dude, it's like an egg buffet. It's like a breakfast buffet on the road.
You gotta go right in the middle?
Yeah, dude, I can do it. All right, I don't know how this is gonna go down, but I'm gonna take a bite of 4 egg sandwiches at once.
Oh my god.
So I'm pretty positive you're not supposed to take this down in one single bite, but look at that, I did pretty good. The first thing you get is the ketchup, but once you get through that, you get the sweet egg of the Tamago, a little fatty egg chunk, and then it's all washed down by the egg mayo at the bottom. This is crazy. It's like a inception of an egg sandwich. It's nuts.
That's definitely not how you're supposed to eat it. That's it for this egg sandwich video. Leave a comment below if we missed your favorite egg sandwich in Tokyo, and make sure you subscribe. We have so much more of Japan to share with you. Cheers!
If you're new here, we don't only eat eggs.
I love Japan.